Hello again, YouTube. It is Saturday. I had to think about that. Saturday. What the hell is that guy doing? That was a creative way to enter the roadway. Saturday, July 2nd, 2022. 12:22 p.m. And I am actually headed to Amazon to work right now, which seems really weird, and I'm kind of having some second thoughts about it, but my sleep schedule has been pretty much completely whacked since Thursday at some point. Thursday, because Thursday was the day that I went home, and I forget exactly what it was on Thursday that facility that upset me, but it resulted in me not being able to go to sleep, and then the landscaper showed up and started in with the mower and the leaf blower, and it was just obvious I wasn't going to get to sleep, and I went out and tried to be productive, and ended up and I feel like I vlogged about this already, but I ended up having a rather productive day on Thursday, and finally hooked up the TV that's above the stage, the old plasma TV that they put above the stage at Bullock's, which I thought was a real nice contribution to my show on Thursday night. But anyway, I didn't leave Bullock's until after 2 o'clock, so I'm not sure what time after 2 I finally went to sleep, but I think I set my alarm for, I want to say, normally on Thursday, since that's the day I go into Bullock's, and I generally don't have to be there until about 7:45, 8 o'clock-ish. I generally set my alarm for maybe 6:45, as opposed to my normal 5:45, so I get an extra hour of sleep. But Priscilla woke me up. She woke me up in a good way. Didn't really follow through with what she started doing, which is kind of disappointing. I mean, I guess she followed through more than she normally does, but anyway. Didn't follow through to the degree that she still left me incredibly sexually frustrated, and I've been really upset at her since. Woke me up then, so I didn't get much sleep, and my sleep schedule's been completely whacked since. What has been my routine on Thursday night is to stay after my show. I mean, I used to always have to stay after my show until about 4 in the morning to catch the first bus, but lately I've been staying until like 4 or 5 anyway, even though I can leave pretty much right afterwards in my car. I've been staying that long anyway just to work on my music, and I've been super productive. But after my show on Thursday, I was really, really depressed, but even more important, I was really, really tired, and so I just went home pretty early, and I tried to go to sleep as soon as I got home. I want to say I got home probably about 3:15 a.m. Friday morning. Anyway, my sleep schedule's been completely whacked. I was figuring I'd go to sleep sooner, but I just didn't sleep hardly at all, mostly due to the way Priscilla is just messing with my mental health and well-being, and by just flatly denying me sex, especially after really getting me going on Thursday, before or before I was going to wake up on Thursday evening. And then, of course, I mentioned it in another blog, just eventually making promises of what she was going to do with me, and then breaking the promises, just basically functionally lying to me about what she was going to do. Yeah. Still kind of upset about the weekend before, and her going to, her having this whole grandiose birthday party and neither telling me about it or inviting me to it. And I think I found out why. I mean, beyond the obvious of just things have gone to shit between her and I. Anyway, I'll get to that. Let me first get to why I'm headed to Amazon at 12:27 p.m. on a Saturday. So I did a video a while back, vlog, and I kind of subtitled it the tote game, because most of Wednesday night I was in a different department than where I normally work, and I spent pretty much the entire time just unloading empty totes, and ended up sort of making a game out of it, of trying to do it as quickly as possible, obviously, and trying to get the specific trucks, they were asking me to get emptied, prioritized and emptied, but then also make sure that the 4 buffers, which I explained in that video, were all different sizes and shapes, and with their own individual challenges to get to them. Trying to make sure they were always full, to the point that the water spiders that came into that area to get totes ever ran out or had to wait for me. And granted, they just had to wait for me on occasion, but nobody had to wait for me for any notable amount of time. And there's a part of me wonders if I was almost kind of ruining their night. Maybe those water spiders kind of count on going there and having to wait every so often, and that's kind of a break in their routine and a rest that they look forward to in their shifts. And by me being so hyper efficient and trying to make sure that there were always totes ready for them, which after a while I kind of figured out a way of doing it where there always was. And I was kind of depriving them of that little break and rest that they kind of maybe going to expect. I do have to ask at least somebody about that, but I don't know when that will be. Anyway, so I'm not sure the name of that department. I think it's called outbound, I guess. But I know there's more than one outbound. I think it's called outbound dock. I know there's more than one outbound dock though. Anyway, since working that department, I've been getting different notices from the Amazon A to Z HR app offering me different shifts. And instead of them saying inbound like they normally do, which is the department I normally work in, they say whatever the name of what I'm assuming is the name of the department that I worked in Wednesday night. So I'm guessing by me working there, it probably sets some sort of flag in HR and Amazon's HR system, indicating, hey, I also can and do work in this other department. And the supervisors in the department at the end of my shift certainly told me I was welcome to come down there and work any time, and they enjoyed me being down there. Because I asked them, it's like, hey, when I come back, should I be coming here or should I be going back to inbound? And they kind of made it sound like I could go wherever I wanted, which is odd. It's not the way I'm used to jobs working. So, but yeah, apparently being on there, I wanted to work a week. I want to say maybe Wednesday or whatever. I was really wanting to work an extra shift this weekend, but then I went on to AZ and there weren't any available. I wanted to work either full night, overnight, Friday or Saturday, preferably Saturday. But yeah, they were just not available. It's work has kind of slowed down at the warehouse again, because for a while there were so many extra shifts available. A lot of people were working, putting in 60-hour weeks, just working all the extra work in Atlanta. Anyway, since Wednesday night, or since I got off work, Thursday morning, and did that shift in a different department, I've been getting additional notices from A to Z, offering me these shifts. And the thing that's interesting about it is not only is it in a different department than it's ever been open to me before. Wow, look at how that gray car is tailgating. That is so ridiculously unsafe. It amazes me how people think tailgating that close on a freeway at nearly 70 miles per hour is an okay thing to do. Like, the distance I'm tailing this silver car to me is the closest I ever want to get anybody at this rate of speed. I think it's a 2-second follow distance. 1001, 1002. Yeah, it's 2 seconds. Anyway, sorry, I always get distracted by the bad drivers, and there's no shortage of them here. Where was I? I'm still kind of tired. One thing I noticed had been happening around the time that working half shifts became available in the A to Z app. If you're a night shift, for me being a night shift person, working day shifts has been available in the app as well. Anyway, I've noticed it's been offered these additional shifts, and I didn't take any of them because they were day shifts. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not working a day shift. Generally speaking, I'm asleep during day shift. Anyway, my sleep has been really terribly erratic, largely due to Priscilla. Just the impact of Priscilla's changing rules as to how and when I can access her body. But yeah, her body, her choice, right? My feelings have zero. Clearly don't, my feelings clearly don't matter to her at all anymore. Nor my well-being. Anyway, and speaking of Amazon, look, there's a Prime trailer. So I want to say I woke up today, and my sleep has been really erratic since like kind of when I let off about my Thursday. Well, and I mean, you saw what the times. I would assume you saw the times what my vlogs were on Friday. See how erratic that was, and I ended up leaving Bullocks. I want to say I left Bullocks at about 7:30, maybe 8 p.m. Because I was falling asleep with my headphones. I was loading some more music. I was loading a deeper track from Rush that I highly doubt anybody would sing. I mean, it's a Rush song I've never even heard of, so I did enjoy it though. I enjoy Rush. But yeah, I was straight up falling asleep, like with the headphones on. I'm like, yeah, my usual Friday routine is, lately has been stay there and do as much music as I can until around 7:45, break down, then head over to Osbar and sing karaoke till close. But yeah, I'm falling asleep. I'm tired. My sleep schedule's been whack. I've been, running on not much sleep in the last couple days. Oh God, it's one of my favorite Pearl Jam songs here.
Familiar, yeah.
I can't seem to place it. Can I find a candle of thought to light your name? Lifetimes are catching up with me. Love that song. Anyway, trying to get all this out before I get to work, and I'm almost there. I don't want to be sitting in the parking lot talking to my phone. I feel I need to get in sooner and kind of figure out, hey, where am I going? Oh, hi, I'm Dan. I work front half day shift, night shift, and inbound. But I'm here on a completely different shift, on a completely different day, on a completely different department, and I probably only know one thing that this department does that you probably already have somebody doing. But hi, what should I do? I'm here to work. I'm a good worker. Nice to meet you. Yeah. And as I come in mid-shift, because I'm going to be doing a half shift, second half day shift. Anyway, so the shifts it was offering me were day shift. I wasn't interested, but I woke up today. I'm not sure what time I went to sleep. I said I haven't been able to have any real sleep since Priscilla woke me up by kind of weird. Like she said, that she straight up said that if I tried to evict her, that she would make basically that she would accuse me of rape for feeling up on her during her sleep while she's asleep, which is something that is, as lovers, we did each other all the time, as kind of a way to initiate bedroom fun. But yeah, she's told me that she would I'd do that and make a rape allegation out of it, and that fits some people's definition of rape. I mean, I would certainly say if you're doing that to a sleeping stranger, someone you don't have sexual relations with, yeah, I would agree that is rape. But in the situation of me and Priscilla, but women are really good at twisting things into making guys look like victims, or making them look like victims and guys look like bad people. Shit. Not sure what to do about this, but it looks like that truck is waiting to get into a dock at PetSmart. And that one with Splinker is also waiting for the same thing, so as weird as that traffic maneuver felt, it's probably the best thing I could do. Anyway, that was an unexpected complication. So, yes, I haven't had much. So anyway, she still does that to me, which is, talk about women's double standards. But yeah, I mean, I woke up to her completely, feeling me up and stroking my man parts while I was asleep on Thursday evening, probably about 6 o'clock-ish, 6 p.m.-ish. Which, now, granted, I'm not going to accuse her of rape. I thoroughly enjoy it. I've been waiting for weeks for her to finally touch me again. So, I mean, I couldn't have been more than ready for it. But it doesn't change the fact that that's the thing that she's said that she would accuse me as rape of if I made any legal effort to get her out of the apartment. And, she still feels that's completely acceptable to do to me on random occasions when she decides that she likes my body again. So kind of frustrating, and I haven't really slept well since. Anyway, I woke up again after probably only a couple hours of sleep, or maybe 3 hours of sleep, at about 11-ish, and it was offering me a shift again in this department that I've never really worked with before. It was offering me this shift, I'm assuming a second half day shift, for working from, I believe, 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. So not a full shift, half shift. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? I'm up. I don't want to be around Priscilla. She's decided lately, like, her thing has been to just disappear all weekend long, to stay the night with, whoever she's been staying the night with for months now. That's not me. But apparently she's not doing that this weekend. She's staying home. So being around her, especially since the argument that we had on Friday morning, I absolutely just don't want to be around her. It's messing with my mental health and emotion, just being around her. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm the guy that's so super easily distracted, but look, directly in front of me, there is another gold Saturn. It's so odd that I ever see any Saturns at all, but there's another one, same color as mine. I don't think that's an Ion, though. But I think it's a View. No, I think the View, I forget what it is. It's not an SL. Anyway, it's kind of, wow, there's another gold Saturn. Actually, it kind of looks like it might be a... I gotta go look at that on my way into work. That's neat. Excuse me, I'm so easily distracted. I really said I needed to get in, and I got 20 minutes, but I should finish the story while I'm trying to get it out of my head. But anyway, so yeah, she's apparently is not leaving, and I don't really have anywhere to go to escape her. This going to work here at Amazon has been my best escape, so it's like, you know what? Yeah, I highly doubt I'm gonna make it back to sleep before noon. Set an alarm I set an alarm for noon anyway, but back to sleep. So whatever, may as well head in. So here I am. So this is going to be interesting. Definitely an interesting time at work. I expect to be I wonder if I'm going to know anybody. Like, I've become a pretty popular person at this place, and it seems like no matter where I go in the building, I know people that I know, people that I've worked with, and inbound, and I've worked at other departments, and just trained with or whatever. But yeah, I'm not only on opposite week shift, like I'm second half, but I'm also day shift. So this is and into a department that I'm not normally in. So I don't know what awaits me. Pretty excited about it though, and it's a nice, great escape from being around Priscilla, who's just got me more frustrated than ever. So as I mentioned, I was super tired. I came home, and I think I mentioned this in another vlog, but I'm not sure. So my memories, these things go on. My memories which is spotty at best, gets even worse as to what I've said and what I haven't said. So if I'm just repeating myself, please bear with me. So she, when I got home at about 8:30 p.m. and was super tired, I figured I'd just come in bed and be alone and go to sleep. I expected that Priscilla would already be gone for the night and probably be gone for the weekend, because I mean that's how she was, last weekend. Didn't work out like that, and she climbed in bed with me. That's when we had the big argument. So I'm sorry, it wasn't Friday morning, it was Friday evening. And I want to say some things from that argument, but anyway, it's just really bad. And of course it comes down to, well, you got to remember, it's when we're having sex, it's not about what you want. It's also about what I want. Okay, fair. I mean, I'm with her. I'm certainly trying to perform and please her as well. But I don't know. I think my needs matter as well. It's not like I'm not trying to care about her needs, but at this point, I don't even really get what they are anymore. Anyway, she anyway, it's and then it kind of boiled this whole argument of, oh well, you just want me for sex. That's it. You don't value me on anything else, which is not true at all. I mean, there was a time. I mean, she was my best friend, and I'd rather be around. There's nobody else I'd rather be with doing anything. But I mean, it's kind of like saying you only value your home for its air conditioning. I'm using a very Phoenician example. If you've never been to Phoenix, let me go on this one. I'm just trying to come up with the best analogy I can on the fly here. It's like saying, well, you only, my house, well, you only like me because I have air conditioning. No, I like everything else about the house and a lot of other things I like about the house, but if there's no air conditioning, I'm not going to want to be there because it's going to make everything else uncomfortable. And I just don't know how to explain that to Priscilla. I feel like I've tried to explain that to Priscilla, but that's kind of how it is with me and her and sex. If she takes that away, it just ruins everything else, because things that I would otherwise enjoy doing with her, I don't, because I'm extremely sexually frustrated, and all I can think about is just the resentment of the situation, my home situation, with her blocking my daughter's room and being in my apartment when I told her I never wanted her to move there in the first place, and then her threats of, rape allegations should she, should I use legal means to get her out, and then on top of that, the whole denying of sex, which is making me incredibly frustrated, and then the giving just a little but not enough on random occasions, which messes me up even more than just completely denying me. And granted, I mean, I guess I didn't have to follow through with it, but I could have turned her down. But God, I just don't. At this point, when I don't have another lover in my life, I just don't have the willpower to do it. It's like somebody giving you dirty water. If you're thirsty, you're gonna drink the dirty water. You're not gonna like the dirty water, but you're gonna drink it because you're thirsty. Your body has a need to be quenched. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Anyway, we had a terrible argument that at one point it involved her basically just storming out of the room, and what I expected was she would leave. Like, she pretty much always leaves and goes out and parties on Friday night and then stays the night with whoever she stays the night with. But no, she was on my couch the whole night. So every time I walked out, I had to deal with her body being there on the couch and knowing, well, I can't touch that, but this is it's just messing with my emotions. And I've still got kind of, as far as I feel, like unfinished whatever we were doing from, unfinished activity from Thursday evening, which has just got me totally in a weird place sexually and emotionally. And then she so that just so obviously I did not sleep well, and in fact I was so just hyper excited. I did kind of try to just not feel her up in a sexual way, but just kind of rub her, kind of rub her back, rub her legs a little bit to see if maybe I could get her, to react in a positive way to my touch. And every time she almost immediately like swatted at my hand like I was a bug crawling on her and said stop or no, which I, at that point I'd stop and just feel horribly rejected. But I couldn't sleep. Anyway, by about 1 o'clock, I was just, fuck this. I did give myself a hangover because I did quite a bit of day drinking on Saturday. I took a couple pain pills and I went to Wander Inn because that's my favorite place to go for, one of my favorite places to go for karaoke, but I haven't been going because that's kind of where Priscilla always is, and just being around her in the light of my whole, and then it makes me doubly frustrated because while she's there, she totally puts on a front of like, oh yeah, we're lovers, we're whatever. And then as soon as we leave there, it switches from public display of affection to don't touch me. So it messes with my emotions too much. I just would rather not be around her there as much as I love the other people that hang out at the bar and love. Anyway, so that's where she had her birthday party that I was neither told about or invited to last Saturday. And when I got there, this one gal that I hang out with that I know that goes there for karaoke, and her and I went and got tacos after karaoke last the week before, and she'd given me her number and we had texted a little bit. Anyway, I saw her there and she's like, hey, I was just sorry I haven't texted you because I know you still live with Priscilla and I didn't want to, intrude on that. And I'm like, hey, there's nothing good left between me and Priscilla. And she's like, oh, well, yeah, I was here for her birthday, and she proceeded to tell me stuff about what Priscilla's birthday party was like, and I don't have time to get into that because I really need to get into the Amazon building right now, but the most notable thing that she mentioned, and she had mentioned while we were having tacos, and so the gal mentioned to me while she had tacos that on other nights when Priscilla's been there, there's been a guy that she's been with that's kind of acting like he's her boyfriend. And, I mentioned to her, yeah, well, she's generally stays the night with other people. I don't know who it is. She comes home like the next, sometimes the next afternoon, sometimes the next morning, acting like everything's just fine. But refuses to tell me who she stays with. And so she mentions this guy that Priscilla's been hanging out with there who's, acting kind of like a boyfriend. Anyway, I know I mentioned in one of my vlogs on Friday that super frustrated because she supposedly doesn't have money to move out and get her own place, but yet, and it's been like pulling teeth trying to get the expenses, her share of the expenses for the apartment from her lately. She did PayPal me the money for rent, but she still hasn't sent me money for last month's electric bill. So really pissed about that. It's only $75, but goddammit, it's $75. Plus I need another 100 for the internet and like 20 for the gas bill, or maybe 10, something like that. Gas bill isn't much. Anyway, she sent me a PayPal. She could have sent it for the rent and for the electricity. I've sent her a screenshot of the electric bill, so it's not like she doesn't know what it is. And she also knows that it was due, and I've already paid it, but it was due today. So, I know she knows I'm not going to let the electricity get shut off, so she's kind of taking advantage of me. Anyway, this other gal that gal I had tacos with 2 weeks ago, was telling me about. Oh, anyway, I mentioned in the other video that I was kind of upset because I saw that Priscilla had a bass guitar, which obviously that's a pretty expensive item, in a cloth case, and then some books about how to play bass. And I didn't open the cloth case to see how nice of a bass guitar it is, but or even if in fact it was a bass guitar, I'm just concluding that from the fact there were signs that they had books that said 2 different books on beginner's guide to bass and how to play bass. I'm assuming that's what kind of guitar is in the case, but it's been sitting on the couch on the back end of her messy nest that she sleeps in sometimes when she does stay the night at my apartment. So anyway, I was kind of frustrated thinking she spent a bunch of money on that when she can't seem to get me the money for her bills and can't seem to come up with the money to move out. But according to this gal, that was a gift from her, because apparently people gave her gifts, and it's the whole birthday thing, and people giving her gifts like it was a full on like a birthday, like what happens at a birthday party. It doesn't usually happen at bar birthday parties, but apparently it happened at Priscilla's. She told me other stuff. Apparently it was quite the grandiose thing, and she invited a whole lot of people, and she's a lot more popular than I can say. Than I am. What can I say? She's female. Anyway, yeah. So, and apparently now is acting very single, and I'm sure there's a lot of guys that are thinking, oh look, Dan's no longer around. I might have a chance to hit that. So, although apparently some other guys is around. Anyway, she said that the bass guitar was a gift from that guy. Yeah, that's not the kind of guy that a kind of gift that a guy just buys a woman that's a casual friend. Generally speaking, that's something that you buy that's an expensive kind of gift that you buy from someone that either you're hooked up with or you're trying really hard to hook up with, or thinking you're going to hook up with, or somebody that's like a close family member. I'd buy a gift like that for my child. In fact, I bought a guitar for one of my nephews once that I used to be super close to. But that's not something you just buy some random plutonic female friend. Especially since this is somebody I don't even know who it is, so somebody new in her life, and probably who she's staying the night with. Anyway, that's what the other gal was saying. It's like that. I guarantee you that's who she's staying the night with. They were all over each other last week. So interesting. Anyway, I need to put this stuff out of my mind, and that's why I'm saying it. So I'm going to go in and go to work for the next, half a 10-hour shift. Well, I think I'm scheduled for 5.5 hours. Anyway, thanks for coming with me. Thanks for listening to my depressing drivel, and like and subscribe and stuff. I need all the likes I can get.